what? You have to be a little bit more specific because coffee, it depends where you get it, whether it's organic, whether it's Arabica coffee, whether it actually has mold toxins to it. Um, it could affect certain things, 100%. Tummy aches, yeah, because it increases the acidity. Sometimes, if you do experience that, that means you actually have to consume it after you consume maybe food, just so you can prevent that. But usually, it shouldn't. That's a sign that you actually have a weak acidity level in your gut more than anything. Or possibly the coffee could contain a lot of mold. You want to go outside, Duke? Go. Hey, Lexi, how are you? Duke, it's raining. Don't get wet. It's raining all day. We've been inside all day. But yeah, it's all varies on the coffee that you get. The coffee beans, the way it's produced, how much acidity is in that gut, all that varies. What's good for kidney health? Depends. If it's GFR levels, that's actually the GFR levels are low, then we might have to kind of consider a protocol. Probably best to kind of book a time with me, Lexi, and we can talk about it because there is a specific protocol you have to follow in order to actually get your kidneys into a better shape or better health. But definitely, I'll have to check out your EGFR levels and your ACR levels to see what they're at and how much we need to push certain supplementation or certain type of elimination diet. Hey there, hey Regal, how are you? Thank you for caring. Hey, cheers, how are you? Sorry guys, I'm just gonna check on Duke very quickly. I know it's been raining all day, hasn't stopped, and Duke goes in and out the whole day. Come on, Duke, hurry up! Leave it alone. It's getting wet. Shoot, my phones are getting wet. Come on, bud. Just had a blood work. GFR was 66 and creatine was 1. That's pretty low. That's very low for your GFR levels. So what is that, like almost like a stage 3B or so? So Lexi, we do definitely should talk because you don't want it to get any worse than that. You'll probably have to go on certain supplementation ASAP to actually help, but your elimination diet has to start ASAP. Because if the EGFR keeps dropping, that's gonna cause a major issue down the road. I have acid reflux. Acid reflux. I did an ebook on acid reflux. Probably best to download it because it's all about food combining and increasing acidity in your gut, so you can prevent your esophagus from malfunctioning. Rain here all day to upper Wisconsin. It hasn't stopped. Seriously, it's been so annoying. Like, check it out. It's been like this wet all day long. It's been more than 24 hours on the go. Like heavy rain and light, back and forth, back and forth. It's insane. So you feel strongly about this nutritious supplement. I've been taking the Nitric Oxide supplement now for 10 years. Been testing at a very high dose, low dose, and I've tried everything out there from a lot of the amino acid and a lot of other things. That's why I did a video on how to, check the ingredients, whether it's actually spiking your INOS or ENOS or NOS. All these are very, very important factors. And the one I take actually, it's a very powerful activator for eNOS, endothelial nitric oxide, without causing oxidative damage. So I'm a huge fan of that, especially, and it does help in the production of EPC, so endothelial progenitor activity. So therefore, it's almost like a stem cell activator. So therefore, it prevents any arterial damage, which is great to actually have anybody that actually experiencing any type of heart disease or even issues with their kidneys as well too, because the kidney and the heart are kind of interconnected with each others. Be grateful some countries have not seen a drop. Well, that's a lot of rain actually. I will book a call. Will 30 minutes be good? Yeah, it should be fine if we're just gonna cover on top of just the kidney, Alexi. Is grass-fed beef liver good for you? Oh, 100%. If you can eat it at least twice or 3 times a week would be ideal. 100%. Do you think sparkling water is harmful to drink? It is, especially if you're doing it around food. It's better to do it on its own an empty stomach would be ideal. Hey Maurice, is the Berkeley Life supplement dose they suggest advocate? That's the one I currently take, 500 milligrams every morning. If I find that my body requires another dose, I usually do another dose at night as well too. That's based on if I'm gonna end up cheating or eating something that is gonna cause some type of coagulation, I would do another one. But if I don't, then 2 a day, 500 milligrams, that's all the body requires to actually activate nitrate or nitrate to nitric oxide for up to like 8 hours. Duke, leave it now. Hurry up. Leave it. Come. Sorry guys, I had to kind of get him in. He's so, come on, come in. Come in. Is grass fed? Oh, we answered that. And beef liver supplement, okay. Beef liver is not bad to take if you're not capable of handling the taste of it. But the problem is every 6 capsules of like the beef liver they sell is roughly equivalent to about 2 ounces of real liver. So I would highly suggest you take the liver, chop it up into like a small bite size and freeze it. I think that would be like the best and the most affordable way of doing it without actually spending way too much money on desiccated like liver capsules and stuff, right? Why would someone take GLP meds versus and berberine? I have seen pharmacists who said it's okay. It's not okay. They're gonna end up causing a kidney damage. Can we eat whole grain bread, oats, brown rice if we have insulin resistance? No, you should not, because a lot of it is actually heavily sprayed crops, and it's gonna kind of conflict with your insulin resistant. It's gonna actually increase your insulin resistant, if anything. I hope I didn't miss any questions. The questions just keeps coming in. But as well, if you guys thinking of doing the nitric oxide, let's say London G. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I'm just gonna say London. If you're gonna be taking nitric oxide, it is as well good to actually take magnesium, because magnesium is gonna actually help and improve your nitric oxide production. So it's very, very important to take. Even oats, I would never touch oats. You don't need that stuff. That's like food for horses. Seriously, guys. Best thing for lungs, NAC, and acetyl-L-cysteine. You gotta take 2,400 milligrams every 3 to 4 hours. Hey, user 213, how's it going? Is berberine and milk thistle together good? You can take them together. It's not gonna conflict. Berberine is good for, for your insulin resistant and insulin, so you become more actually insulin sensitive, which is great. Milk thistle is gonna actually increase your glutathione levels, so you can actually detoxify your liver as well too, which is great as well. So you can actually reduce your insulin issue, and probably will help with like a fatty liver disease if you have that as well. Are you a herbalist? No, I'm not a herbalist. What do you do them? What we eat? What we do them? What we eat? What do you mean? What we do? You don't eat that stuff. You don't need it. It's all garbage. All that stuff has been actually, shown to people to actually consume, because that stuff makes you sick, because it wasn't available back in the day and people start consuming that stuff. You don't need grains to actually survive. If the magnesium is giving soft stool, how long will it take before the body is saturated? If it's giving soft stool, then you actually have to spread the amount. So let's assume you're taking 200 milligrams every 3 hours and you're getting soft stool. So take 200 milligrams every 4 hours. If you're still getting soft stool, then we drop from 200 milligrams to 100 milligrams for the first 10 days, and we can actually increase that after. So what is the cause of low GFR? Could be oxalates, could be crystals buildup, could be a lot of anti-nutrients, could be heavily processed certain foods that's actually blocking the filtration in the kidneys. Could be medication sometimes as well. So there's a lot of different factors that actually conflicts. You left the ball outside, Duke. Night sweat, what do you suggest? I've responded to that numerous times, to that question, and I know I've seen it in the post, and I've sent you multiple messages You need to hydrate correctly, and that's the only reason you're experiencing that. And what I mean by hydrate, you gotta buy yourself some magnesium ionic chloride with the trace minerals and start taking it. Is it safe to take magnesium and nitric oxide with high creatinine? Yes, it is. And creatinine has nothing to do with magnesium and nitric oxide at all. Creatinine is pretty much just coming from your kidneys based on the protein intake and muscle breakdown. Chromium is good. Chromium is excellent, especially if you're looking to lower your blood sugar levels. Duke, you ripped it again, but like, come on. He goes through the fence. I'm trying to teach him not to do it, and he just ripped it again. I've changed it like twice already to do it again. When I take nitric oxide 2 pills of Berkeley, you suggest I have bad headache in the morning because it's dilating or vasodilating your arteries. If anything, if you're taking it in the morning on an empty stomach, maybe take it with some food and see how you feel. Yeah, it is safe to take berberine and chromium. You just might become hypoglycemic. Is whole grain what cereal good called Weetabix and whole milk? No, I would never touch that stuff. Are there any side effects from taking too much potassium citrate? I would never take potassium citrate as a supplement. There's no need. And if you are going to take it, probably it's better to get it in a no salt product. Should be mixed with some lemon or apple cider vinegar or magnesium to actually break it down correctly. Jalsberg cheese, is it good to eat? Yeah, it's not bad. Slightly processed, but it should be fine. Is red pepper good for vitamin C? If you don't have issues with nightshade issues, then yeah, it should be fine. How much TMG per day? Trimethylglycine, best to start with meal 1 and meal 2 at 500 milligrams each. Then based on your homocysteine level, we can increase meal 2 up to 1,000 milligrams per day. But 1,000 milligrams at meal 2 and 500 milligrams at meal 1 still. Your thoughts on bison meat? There is a huge bison ranch. The process for meat was on Discovery Channel. I like bison meat. If you can get it, it's very lean. It's very similar to yak meat. And I do consume yak meat right now. But it is excellent. It's a lot leaner, a lot better nutritious profile compared to beef. So I would actually highly do that compared to regular beef if you can get your hands on it. How do we increase our potassium? You can take... it depends on the diet you're following, but you can definitely do sweet potatoes. You can do avocados. You do get quite a bit from meat as well too. So there's a lot of different options. Hey Maurice, I had bad stomach since I got back from Mexico. Any tips? Probiotics, berberine, 3-day fast. If you had the stomach issues since you came back, so it could be, let's say, a parasite or certain things, I would start taking digestive enzymes in an empty stomach, maybe some colloidal silver as well too, so in case there's anything in there to kind of kill it off. So anything else I would probably do like shark oil as well too. Does the magnesium supplement you talk about also have potassium? It does. It is a natural form of all your electrolytes, trace minerals, and everything all in one as being natural. So it's not really like anything processed from man-made. So it has everything equivalent for the body to actually get the adequate amount it requires. Is it good 300 milligrams per day? 3,000? Yeah, it depends, Paul, it depends on your homocysteine levels. If your homocysteine levels are quite high, then you can definitely do 3,000 milligrams. The only thing is with 3,000 milligrams, sometimes you might get like a soft stool effect, which is not a big deal. You can always adjust it back, but yeah, you can definitely do as much as high as that. I have one patient on 10,000 milligrams because his homocysteine level has been in the upper 200. So you can definitely adjust that. What dose of the chromium? I cannot give you the ingredients of chromium because it's all based on your blood sugar levels or on your HbA1c and your eating habits, because I don't want you to go into hypoglycemic just because I told you to take a specific amount. So probably better to book an appointment with me, then I can give you a proper dose. Duke, don't. What's the best to give babies when they start eating food? Breakfast, lunch, and supper. What do you mean, what's the best thing to give them? Relax, you're not running inside here. You're gonna make a check, you're gonna hurt yourself. 3,000 of what? We're talking about TMG, trimethylglycine. Is skimmed milk or whole milk best? None. Whole milk, if it's not raw, don't touch it. Double my chromium. Doubled my chromium. Okay. Don't run, Duke. How can my sister detox from all the hormones treatments? You can probably do zeolite. Does the magnesium supplement you talk about, yeah, can genetic cause high blood pressure? I don't eat fast food, smoke, drink. Genetic is one of the factors. There's 7 different factors that can cause high blood pressure. So genetics is one of the factors. And it's only about 30% of the population actually have that genetic. So if you don't have that genetic, it's something to do with your mineral loss. Let's just put it that way. Best food for babies when they start eating, please. Avocado, salmon, fish, grass-fed, grass-finished beef, good quality cuts. All that stuff is good for the babies. Marek, hey, how are you? I hope you're doing good. I'm gonna send you some stuff still. I'm just running a little bit behind, but I need to take a little break. I hope you're doing good. It's been raining non-stop here, so it's kind of depressing. I have insulin resistance 4.2. What's 4.2? I don't know what you mean by 4.2. Can you please explain? Bovine colostrum beneficial for gut at all or scam? It is good, but you gotta take quite a bit, and they sell you like a small jar like this for like $60 or so. You probably go through that jar within 1 week to actually fix your gut, so it's not really worth it. Can I mix together D-ribose, creatine, and leucine? 100% you could. Yes. Do your avocado have to be organic? No, they don't. It's okay to take taurine and ribose post breast cancer treatment, chemotherapy, and surgery? Yes, you could, but why the hell you want to do chemotherapy? Stay away from that crap. There's other things you can do than to actually do chemotherapy and actually get yourself in trouble. Is there a genetic test for blood pressure and what is called? You can actually get your 23andMe and I can actually read it for you and tell you whether you actually have it. It would be a fraction of the price of getting a single synapse of a genetic test. What are the most 3 important things for phase 2 detoxification? Amino acids, I'm okay on phase 1. Taurine and NAC should be included. Taurine is a must. So if you already passed your phase 1, taurine should be added. Usually I would do like taurine, and sometimes I do zeolite in phase 2, and I do like heavy alpha lipoic acid. What do you recommend for fixing gut? It's your pancreas, it's your digestive juices that it's not working probably correctly, it's your eating habits. All that stuff has to be fixed. Normal range is 2. I'm 4.2, which is high. Okay, why don't you book an appointment, Maha, and we can sit down and talk about it and draft you out a plan. 138/83, is this high blood pressure? Could be, could be not, but there should be some testing to be done. What are your collagen powder? If you can get type 1 and type 3, should be good. Is glutathione used in phase 2 or is that phase 1? No, glutathione is used in phase 1, in phase 2. Usually phase 1, what I would do is, this is how I do it. I usually start with NAC and milk thistle as stage 1. Then stage 2 is heavily like alpha lipoic acid, glutathione, and NAC. And sometimes I would do like taurine and sometimes zeolite at the end to kind of flush everything out, because you want to start to flush everything out, and once in the liver you want to actually capture all that information, and that's when usually zeolite comes in. Can you eat 2 avocado in 1 day? You can eat 3 avocados or 4 avocados in 1 day. It depends what you can handle. Is reverse osmosis water good? What is the best water to drink if you live in a city? And I don't know, like most of this stuff is kind of waste of money. Like just buy a regular good filtration that has at least 3 different levels where it actually clears your water and gets rid of a lot of the chemicals. And after that, I would add some trace minerals to it. Best supplement for high blood pressure? Nitric oxide. I press on my chest, it hurts and it's tender. Why? I have no clue. You should go maybe get a CT calcium score or a scan with your doctor. I've been reading about evening primrose, beneficial for 41-year-olds starting perimenopause. You could. A lot of people, I have a lot of people that are actually using it now for that. I've been on high blood pressure meds for 16 years and they don't know why. What should be checked? Book a time with me, then we can kind of go on specific, Mary, and we can actually break everything down for your blood pressure, blood test, and I can actually wean you off the medication. It's that easy. Is cold shower or hot shower best? They're both good. It depends your goal. If you want to boost up your mitochondria, cold shower is good for your body. But yeah, best supplements for high blood pressure is going to be nitric oxide, so you can vasodilate the arteries and get more nutrients. But other than that, you still have to fix your deficiency. I was taking taurine and L-arginine to keep my AFib occurrence to a minimum. Is the L-arginine bad? I would never take L-arginine because no matter what, it's still going to oxidize at the end of the day. So technically, you do need magnesium taurate, but you need to actually saturate your cells. That's why I did a book on heart arrhythmia on how to actually fix all that stuff. If you download the ebook, it will actually guide you through the process of actually fixing it. It's very easily fixed, but you just have to follow the protocol in the ebook. For the best nitric oxide, I do have it on my profile bio. It does come, it is a patent designed by Berkeley, so definitely go check it out. That's the current one I take, because it does come, with a proper 500 milligrams to activate your nitric oxide correctly. If you don't take enough 500 milligrams, it's not gonna actually be as functional. So 500 milligrams by Berkeley, it does have the correct amount that is coming from beetroot extract of 25%, potassium nitrate as well, and actually it does convert correctly within about 30 minutes of you consuming it. And yeah, you'll notice that your blood pressure is stable, everything is stable in your body, and it does have some long-term benefits for the heart, but at the same time, fixing sometimes your diet and adjusting certain things in your body will help. I'm on 2 different blood pressure meds and pressure is still high. Is it okay to add nitric oxide? The question is, it's not just adding nitric oxide and it's going to fix the issue. I can get you off the medication, but it's probably best to book an appointment with me so I can guide you through the process and give you the proper protocol, or you can download my ebook on how to reverse high blood pressure. But yeah, nitric oxide is good, not any type of nitric oxide. And that's the problem, is a lot of people, they come on here, they grab information and they go do their own thing without proper research or proper guidelines, and they end up saying, hey, this stuff does not work. Well, it does work. You just have to you guys have to listen and actually put that into action. A lot of you guys don't do that, so I'm not just gonna throw an answer there, because that's what a lot of you guys are doing without actually taking in consideration that I'm gonna make some coffee so I can feel good. You get enough calcium without eating cheese? Or yes, 100% you could. Will 1200 milligram of magnesium taurate will be sufficient per day? No, it's not even close. I'm getting major labs next month with my doctor. We'll probably book with you after next month. Sounds good. Yeah, once you get them, let me know, or maybe I can, or send me a message. I can tell you certain things you should get. It depends on your goal, because I know sometimes the doctors, they'll give you like a slight blood test, like the basic, but they never really dig into certain things in specific. You don't need to get enough calcium. Everybody has more than enough calcium in their body. Plus, your vitamin D will actually produce enough calcium in your body. So you guys will never become deficient in calcium. What's the best way to get calcium apart from milk and cheese? You guys are asking the question about calcium. You get more than enough calcium in your body. Stop worrying about calcium. You get it from minerals. You get it from your vitamin D produces it. You don't need it. She usually runs like 30 pages of labs. She covers it all. So, oh, that's awesome. Okay, that's good because it's funny. I get that from a lot of patients where they tell me, "Hey, Maurice, I'm gonna go to the doctor and get a blood test and come back and I'm gonna give you all the good information." And when I look at it, it's so basic. So that's good that she's doing like a full 30 page. That's awesome. Look forward to it. Is a good TMG together with B6 and B12? Yeah, you could do that. 100%. Thank you, Maurice. Keep up the good work. Cheers, London. Keep me updated. Let me know how things are going. She's a functional medicine doctor. That's why she's good. Sounds good. Perfect. I like that. What's the best natural sunscreen? Is coconut oil? None. Let your body decide how much to absorb without actually putting anything on it or any layers on it. You don't need any of that stuff. Maurice, please tell me the process to get your ebook on AFib. If you click on my picture profile, it's going to take you to my main page. In the main page, there is a website. If you click on that website, you'll be able to see my ebooks that I wrote and the ebooks for fixing heart arrhythmia. Is sunglasses good? I would never recommend them. Is carrot healthy to eat? Carrot is just a resistant starch. That's it. So let me know if you do find it, the ebook, and I'll actually guide you through the whole process because it does fall under the same category as heart arrhythmia. You look like such a hunk in your profile picture, Maurice. My profile picture? Which one? Oh, that one. It's like back in the day. Not long enough, actually. How to support your adrenal glands? I'll give you just a simple answer. L-theanine. And remove all caffeine stimulants from your diet. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm drinking some caffeine so I can boost my adrenal. Cheers to that. Caffeine is good for you. In moderation. But for the past 2 days, I've been having coffee before I sleep. Oh man, I've been testing like coffee before I sleep with creatine, B6, and zinc, and it's been knocking me out to sleep with some deep sleep. I'm surprised I'm not waking up like restless or anything like that. So it's been interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today. Maybe I might do it for a third day to see what happens. As a woman, it's important to get your adrenals healthy before menopause. Sorry, 100%, 100%. Your adrenal plays a huge role when it comes down to menopause, and if you don't get it balanced, you can actually do a lot of damage to your system. Especially it'll end up affecting your thyroid down the road too. So it is ideal. Your adrenals plays a huge role. How do you make your coffee? Oh, so I get my coffee. I do every time I make my coffee. It's always a fresh grind, no matter what. It has to be fresh grind. And after I grind it, I'm gonna put it in my little espresso machine, espresso shot, as you can see. And what I do is, while I'm actually doing this, usually I'll heat up some water, and I will put it in my espresso cup. So this way the cup is nice and hot. So the temperature does not fluctuate from the machine to the cup, because if it does fluctuate, then you're gonna end up oxidizing your coffee. So once I do that, now my coffee machine is nice and warm, so we're gonna press it. So give me a second, guys. Which deodorant do you use, Doc? I don't use any. I drink coffee in the morning. I can't sleep at night. You're probably caffeine sensitive. Oh yeah, and don't forget, guys, I'm gonna add some MCT oil, and this is what I add: MCT oil, caprylic acid 8, so I can blend it in. don't do what I do. I do probably like a tablespoon and a bit. I'm kind of used to it. Why is it doing this weird noise? Which salt do you use, Doc? Himalayan salt. Sometimes I use Celtic salt. Somebody sent it to me as a gift from the US. His name is Brian. Brian, thanks so much if you're online. So he sent me some Celtic salt. I'm almost out. Once I'm out, that's it. I don't have access to Celtic salt. So I'll stick to the red mint Himalayan salts. That's too much MCT. Will go right through me. I guess I've been doing this for so long. I just I need that much MCT to give me my energy. What Himalayan salt do you use daily? Red mint. So let's make the coffee and see how it turns out. Hopefully it turns out good. It should turn out good. So once that's done, we're gonna actually blend it right now with some MCT, and I'm gonna put it back on top of the stove for like 30 seconds so we can get a proper temperature for the coffee. So give me a second, guys. There we go. Coffee's ready. What nuts and seeds do you eat? I don't eat any nuts or seeds. I follow a carnivorous diet, and I don't really do good with nuts and seeds because they're actually they contain a lot of anti-nutrient, and definitely don't want to lose more of my minerals. I already lose enough drinking coffee, so I'll stick with that. But if you are gonna eat some nuts and seeds, just make sure they are sprouted. If they're not sprouted, don't touch them too much because they're gonna they will actually reduce some of your nutrient level. Deer need help with high cholesterol, high insulin resistance, although I'm kind of eating healthy. Maha, book a time with me, please. Book an hour with me. Let's have a chat. Let's talk. It seems you're having a lot of issues, and I can help you with that. Kathy, it's been a long time. I hope you're doing well. Issues starting with kidney tender. Okay, it's your diet. Kidneys are very important, and you have to look after them. I'm about to start eating just eggs and meat and cheese. Cheers to that. Is banana healthy or not? Banana is man-made. That's the only answer I'm going to give you. So you figure that out, whether it's healthy for you or not. Just getting ready for school break. Oh, nice. Where are you located? I don't know your time zone. Don't worry about the time zone, because once you go to my calendar, it will actually pick and choose based on the open frame of time zone. So it should be fine. How much Himalayan salt do you consume a day? Don't do what I consume. I take anywhere between 6 to 10 grams a day of salt. So don't do what I do. You need to decide how much your body requires based on how much energy you give out and utilize. This coffee is good. Let's go sit down instead of standing. What trace minerals to add to water? What brand? Bloodworks said low essential elements. The magnesium ionic chloride with the trace minerals that I currently use, it is on the website, Savannah. If you go on my website, it is coming from Australia. It's comes directly from seawater. It's nothing processed to it. It's a natural form of magnesium, electrolytes, and proper mineralization in it. Is it good? 9.2 homocysteine. It should be below 9. It should be between 7 and 9. Should you count calories on carnivore diet? Calories in, calories out is bullshit. No need to count calories in, calories out when you're on carnivorous. Eat till you are satisfied and you're satiated. Zinc can make me feel nauseous thoughts. Yeah, because it's throwing off probably your copper levels. And it depends on the form of zinc. What brand from Australia? I have the link on my profile bio for it. Please check it out. I am a woman and have extreme low libido. Do you have any recommendations? Book a time with me and we can talk about that, because I can't just give you recommendations without knowing your lifestyle, without knowing What do you do? What do you take? All that stuff, medications and other things. So you have to go in specifics and actually set up a specific routine for you. So please book a time and we can kind of discuss it in details. What test should I ask for to check my kidneys thoroughly? GFR, ACR. 1 teaspoon of Himalayan salt a day enough? Depends on your weight, depends on your energy levels, on your eating habits, etc. It all depends. I can't just give you an answer. Do you recommend bacon or smoked salmon on carnivore diet, or should I completely eliminate processed? Bacon, if it's natural smoke, it should be fine. When it comes down to salmon, the problem is with the salmon, if it's actually smoked or anything, they tend to add sugars to it, so you got to stay away from it unless you're doing it yourself. Is it a problem taking zinc before bedtime? No, it's not a problem. It will actually help elevate your dreams a bit. They'll become more realistic. I haven't checked your website. I saw call booking. I prefer text chat if you don't mind. How that would work? Well, you can still book a time, and that 30 minutes we can chat back and forth if you like, if that makes it easier for you. I'm scared of too much salt. That is why I'm asking you. Well, you can start with 1 teaspoon and see how your body handles it. There's nothing to be afraid of salt. It's not like you're taking a white table salt. You're actually eating it with a combination of other minerals. Is ghee good to use in eggs? You can use ghee. You can use beef suet. You can use tallow. You can use suet. You can use lard. You can use duck fat. All the animal fats are good for you. Which Himalayan salt brand? Is it through some brands heavy metals? Yes, it is through some heavy metals. It's better to stick with the red mint. So far, it looks good. Their certificate of analysis, it is quite clean as well. ESR came back 17. What can be done or would cause that? That's extreme inflammation in the body. The question is, where's the inflammation is coming from? There is further testing should be done to actually find out and see how we can actually reduce that inflammation. Cottage cheese good in scrambled eggs? It's not bad. I'd rather have the cottage cheese at night than during the daytime because it takes a long time to actually process and break down by our gut. What do you think of HIV and AIDS? Is it reversible? I don't have an answer to give you for that, and I'm not going to answer that because I can get banned. So sorry, don't ask that question again. You've asked it 12 times already in the last probably like half hour, and you notice that I did ignore that question, and you keep asking it. There's a reason what I can say and I cannot say on here, and I'm not going to answer something to actually get banned. So probably you can download my cheat book, and I think I have some of that information there. What test should I ask for? Savannah, send me an email or book a time, and then I can give you a full list of testing to get checked based on your goal. Is going to gym while intermittent fasting a great idea? I do it all the time, Ali. There's nothing wrong with that. Have you ever used the Costco brand of Himalayan salt, Kirkland, I believe? No, I don't believe it's good. I asked for a certificate of analysis. It's coming directly from Pakistan and China. So obviously it is going to contain a lot of heavy metals. Not everything in Costco stands for its brand. Most of the stuff in Costco is like, think of it as, quality A, quality B, quality C. I think Costco falls in like a quality B and quality C for some of their products. To give you like my best answer. When do you usually go to bed and wake up every morning? So yesterday I went to bed about 10 p.m. This morning woke up about 3:30 because Duke wakes me up between 3:30 and 4:30 every day. Do you agree with Eddie Abu idea on food? If you know him, I know about Eddie Abu, and he's doing great for himself. He does exactly what I do. Follows a carnivorous diet, eats raw meat. Cheers to that. My eating habits is about 80% raw meat. So by all means, he's an excellent person. He's direct to the point, and he does not tolerate any bullshit out there. So he's very good on his knowledge. How many hours do you sleep? I don't know, 5 hours or 4 hours sometimes. So I don't really sleep a whole lot. Is canned sardines not healthy? No, they're not. They're obsolete. They have zero omega-3s because they're canned. They contain heavy metals because they're canned. Technically, I would never touch them. Can Celtic salt replace Himalayan salt? Maybe, yes or no. Could be whoever processing the product, whether it has any radiation or whether it has heavy metals. The only difference between Celtic and Himalayan, Celtic has more moisture. That means it does contain more magnesium. I heard that canned sardines and olive oil is healthy. No, it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. Already your omega-3 is oxidized. You have heavy metals, and your olive oil is already oxidized in a can. When do you do your carb loading? Do you feel sick after since you eat so clean? No, I don't, because I only do it once a week. The only thing is that I end up having issues with is cramping. So my legs end up going, when you cramp from working out too much, because that day I usually work out extremely hard and I end up doing my carb load. But sometimes I would wake up, like last Saturday, wake up between 12 and 1 o'clock. My legs were cramping up so much. I had to actually spray magnesium, put magnesium under my tongue to actually get rid of it. It was freaking painful. Hey, cheers to Toronto. What range should vitamin D25 be? I'll have to check the range. I think it's between 50 and 100. What about parasites? Parasites, you can get rid of them. You can actually do like wormwood. You can do black walnut. You can do colloidal silver. There's a lot of things you can do for parasites. Omega-3 is recommended. DHA mostly. EPA usually is oxidized. What exactly do you eat on your carb load day? Pasta? No, I had white rice. I had like 4 cups of white rice. I wanted to do pasta, but I haven't had grains for so long, unless the pasta is actually made from rice. So I try to kind of keep my carb load as simple carbohydrates as possible. Is it safe for a type 2 diabetic to do intermittent fasting? Oh, 100% it is safe. I have wormwood, but scared to take it. Why? Just take it and flush out all the toxics from your system. Is chronic fatigue syndrome a real thing? It's just a mitochondria issue. What did I miss? Jordan, you missed a lot. You can always go back to my video on YouTube and continue watching. Sorry, what did I miss? What rice is okay? White rice. White rice is okay, yes. Does not have any bullshit cyanide and does not have anything else that it can actually act as an anti-nutrient effect. Yeah, well, I've gone, like in the past 40 minutes, I've gone probably through like 100 questions, Jordan. So definitely catch them up on YouTube would be great. What rice is better than brown rice? White rice is better than brown. Yes, 100%. What do you take for productivity? L-theanine. So brown rice is bullshit. It is bullshit. Yes. I was asking about organic brown rice. You said no, stay away. Yes, stay away from it. Stick with white rice. What to take for poor sleep? L-theanine, 200 milligrams. Magnesium glycinate, 200 milligrams. GABA, 100 milligrams. And cherry tart, 1 teaspoon. I was asking, should we take charcoal tablets after colloidal silver? There's no need. Charcoal tablets, I would keep them as an emergency in case of poisons or anything like that. How is it? This is weird with insulin resistance. Hi, what's your accent? It's really nice to listen to. I hear a butt over Ireland and there are intermittent fasting. Perfect. Live, I'm subscribed. I'm from Lebanon originally. Thanks so much for the comment. And you had a question. Intermittent fasting, perfect. Intermittent fasting, it is good. It is good for you. Start slow and move your way up. Just make sure you don't have any issues with your thyroid or Hashimoto's or anything like that. How do I get your book? If you click on my picture profile, James, right on my picture, and it's going to take you to a main page. There's a website. If you click on my website, you can actually download my ebooks. Okay, I have sent you the MyroQ to research. MyroQ, I'll message you. Yes, send me the message. Okay, I have to send you. Let me check it out because I have another person that's actually using another one very similar. It's another form of coenzyme Q10. Do you speak Arabic? I do speak Arabic, yes. New study says fish oil is bad. What are your thoughts? 100% it is bad. EPA is already oxidized in a bottle. That's why I buy pure DHA instead. DHA is more stable. Is if sardines are unhealthy, what fish should you eat to get omega-3 and zinc? You can still get sardines if you can buy them fresh or frozen. By all means, that's good. Or you can get sable fish or black cod or anything like that would be great. But don't buy sardines in a freaking can. It's supposed to get into the mitochondria better, but I don't know if it's just bush. I did try one ubiquin, not ubiquin, I think it was ubiquinol, but it was actually liquid. They used to give it to infants that actually they're born with malfunctioning mitochondria, and they put it under their tongue. But every tube was about $150. Very expensive. It only lasts you about 2 weeks. And I've tried it, didn't really feel a difference. Can bitter cacao lower blood pressure? Not really, no. The antioxidant in it is very low. كيف الرز البني مزمن الأبيض وكيل مقاومة النص. I can barely understand it. It's been a long time. Should I be doing nitric oxide for blood pressure? 100% I would. While I'm saturating with magnesium. Once you saturate with magnesium, you can stop your nitric oxide. Correction, a bit of Irish if they're your accent. Thanks for replying. Really, I live on cod liver oil, the pure stuff since young child. That's awesome. Yeah, keep at it. It's not bad. The only one that is actually up to date, that has actually been proven to actually not being oxidized, is the cod liver oil. But most of the fish that a lot of people buy, they're actually made from like anchovies and sardines and other than that, and they tend to oxidize very fast because they're not they're not extracted properly. I mean, how brown rice is bad for insulin resistance and the white rice is okay? Brown rice, because of the shell and because of the cyanide, all that stuff is not good. White rice is fine because if you put coconut oil with it, or you cook it with coconut oil, it will actually reduce its glycemic index. The only reason I use white rice to actually do what is called the carb load. Vescipa genetic. I'll have to look into that, Regal. I don't know if I have any info on that. Maybe send me a message if you don't mind, or maybe comment on the video, and I can definitely check it out and give you some more information. I just don't want to give you like just random information without actually looking into it a little bit further for you, if you don't mind. What's your favorite non-healthy food or meal to eat? If I'm so curious. There's two things I love and I haven't had for a very long time, is pizza and lasagna. And it's been freaking 10 years. I've been dying to find like a good lasagna that is maybe made from white rice where I can make it. And pizza, I'm gonna actually try to get maybe some coconut flour or maybe rice flour or something and make it into my carb load. But these two have always been my favorite, and since I became carnivorous, I haven't really been eating them. So it's been 10 years and 2 months. And I try so many different recipes to actually try. Yeah, 10 years without freaking pizza. It's crazy. Oh, the DHA brand name that I take is actually, it's a local company here in Canada. It goes by the company Canprev. I know there's another company in the US that sells it. It's imported. It's actually extracted from algae. I tested it a couple years ago. I just have to find the name. Is basmati rice healthy? Yeah, it is. White rice is good. Is tuna healthy? Tuna is not bad. It's a big fish that contains a lot of mercury. So you just have to be careful. I'm in New York. It's everywhere here. It takes work to avoid it. Yeah, no kidding. You're probably walking in the street, you can smell the aroma of it and the flour being baked and everything. Trust me, when I went to Italy for a visit, in every corner there was like a pizza place. It was just incredible. That was prior to 10 years ago, and I was having like pizza every single day when I was in Italy. It's just incredible. And they always top it up with some nice olive oil and Parmesan cheese. It was delicious. What's a good methylated vitamin brand for high homocysteine and anything that will help? You need B6 200 milligrams. You need methylated B12 and methylfolate of 5,000 micrograms each, and of course you need TMG. It depends on how your homocysteine levels are at, Mike. Is cucumber healthy? Yes, it is a fruit. Just make sure if it's not organic, just peel the skin off and just eat it, and that should be good. Is onion healthy? They're very rich in sulfur. It is used as a medicinal herb, or Yeah, herb, I would call it. How much does zeolite affect minerals and vitamins in the body? It does actually capture everything that is inorganic. So it should not conflict with your regular intake. How's Duke sleeping? He's in a tiny house sleeping. We're running around for a few minutes and he just wants to sleep. What do you think of soups? If you can make your own bone broth, go for it. Is Carlson fish okay? No, I don't like Carlson because actually they make it from I think sardines and anchovies. I want to lose weight. You gotta book an appointment with me. Then I can help you with all that stuff. So since you have more than one issue, book an hour and let's have a chat. How much magnesium helps with muscle twitches and tremors? Magnesium will help with all that stuff, but you just have to take it correctly. High enough for the doc to send me to get a chest ultrasound. Ah, Mike, book a time with me. I can help you lower it and I can actually fix your high blood pressure issue instantly. It's not so much about the homocysteine. Homocysteine is one of the factors. Is Arabic soups healthy? Somewhat. Somewhat. It's just the stuff they add in it is not the best. Egg is okay with high cholesterol. Egg is delicious. I eat 10 a day. And check it out. Yesterday, I went to a local place and they actually have pasture raised eggs. And I went to the back and I actually just picked them myself. And I haven't cleaned them yet. They're not even they still have some chicken poop on them. You guys can see that each one is like different size. These are like real pasture raised eggs now. I went there to I was trying to buy like a couple of chickens so I can have my own chickens. Message retracted. Is it true eggs have every vitamin in it except vitamin C? Correct. Eggs are like, it's like a powerhouse nutrient. That's why I eat them every day. I just ordered some seeded watermelon. Hope I don't overdo it. Looking forward to it. Hopefully they grow nicely. Doesn't rise your cholesterol, the eggs? Yeah, good cholesterol. Who cares about cholesterol? Cholesterol has nothing to do with the heart disease or anything like that if you're worried. Which things will come out from body when taking zeolite besides zeolite? Huh? What causes the muscle to twitch? Why does this happen? Because we lose magnesium. Because what happens is your body consists of magnesium and calcium. Calcium contracts and magnesium relaxes. Your chickens are gonna need a metal pen to keep Duke out. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out where I wanna put him so Duke doesn't actually get there because I know he'll be like stealing one after the other every single day. Yeah, Hala, how can I control cortisol levels due to sleep apnea? Take L-theanine. What's good substitute as I do not eat eggs? Liver. Your top two things and the most two dense nutrient foods is eggs and liver. My doc decided to put on statin. My cholesterol is too high, 8. I can fix that for you without statins. Sorry, besides heavy metals, mostly heavy metals more than anything. We should not worry about high LDL then? No, you should not. Depends whether it's large or small and dense. I love liver, actually. Thanks for answering. Yeah, they're both like liver and eggs are one of the most heavy nutrient density food. The only difference is liver does contain vitamin C if you eat it raw, while eggs don't. Is pork liver okay? Pork liver is good. Yeah, if you can get some good quality pasture raised. Yes, I'm not able to get pasture raised here. So I haven't really had any at all, to be honest with you, of pork liver, which just kind of sucks. I eat ox liver. Ox liver is amazing. I had actually ostrich liver. I have had pasture raised chicken liver, beef, lamb. I've had yak. I've tried almost everything except, one or two things. How to lower high cholesterol naturally? Why do you want to lower your cholesterol? It's not whether your cholesterol needs to be lowered, it's whether it's being oxidized or not. Book a time with me. We can kind of go through the whole procedure of your cholesterol. I'd rather eggs than liver. Can't do the liver. It makes me squeamish. Eggs are good. I like eggs, to be honest with you. I have access to the eggs more than I have access to the liver. Right now, the liver here in where I'm at, there's such a high demand for it. that there's almost, I have to put my name on a waiting list. It's becoming ridiculous. Hey, would you recommend L-theanine if you're taking ACE inhibitor and blood thinners? Yeah, you can still take L-theanine. It's not going to conflict. What causes cholesterol to oxidize in the body? That's a good question. It's toxicity. I can't even say the word. Okay, so there's environmental toxins, there's heavily processed, there's MSG, aspartame, anything that the body is not capable of actually recognizing your LDL. There's a specific part of your LDL start to kind of get oxidized. And once it gets oxidized, it's not going to harm you unless you actually have an issue with your flow, the blood flow. How can I book a time with you, Robert? If you click on my picture, it's going to take you to my main page. On the main page, there's a website. On the website, you can actually click on the link and actually book a time. And if you can't find it, send me a direct message, please. So the more outside toxins you're exposed to, the more likely your cholesterol will oxidize. Yes, especially if you're a type of person that loves to work out, so like that's how I used to do it. I used to actually love working out outside and go for like a little walk or jog. But imagine all the fumes, all the environmental toxins you're smelling, what it's causing to your LDL levels. Even if you're actually secondhand smoking, even right now, living off a grid. When I'm using, like, say, a chainsaw, even the smell, the exhaust of the chainsaw will actually affect your LDL by oxidizing. So all these things affect your body. And that's why shark oil plays a huge role in this and other things to capture these molecules before they actually end up causing your LDL from oxidizing too much. How do you know if your cholesterol is oxidized or not? There's a specific test you can do. Lol, liver is delicious. Anybody doubting that? Try a Jamaican recipe. A Jamaican recipe. You have to share that recipe with us, and Sosa, and maybe I can post it up. The Jamaican recipe for liver. Looking forward to see it. I know our recipe for liver has always been with onions and stuff, but I haven't had it. I usually eat it raw directly. You probably can't talk about this. What about EMFs? They negatively impact that too, right? Oh, 100%. That's why you should constantly be grounded daily. Daily grounding is you have to do it. EMF, all that stuff will affect. Even electricity, like all my electrical stuff that I have here in the trailer is actually wrapped in silver lining to prevent EMF or to prevent electrical issues. So there's a lot of, like, even the computer right now that you guys see behind me, that's all EMF bullshit stuff that's going inside of our bodies. Wi-Fi signals, all that stuff causes oxidization. So we all have issues with oxidization. It's just we have to kind of make sure we're looking into it correctly. It's very simple. Lol, maybe I'll send you a link. That would be awesome. Sosa, that would be awesome to actually check out. Tremors, you're probably missing acetyl L-carnitine. Magnesium protects against EMF, I think, right? Yes, it does. That's why it's highly used. And magnesium, that's why I always say magnesium, your best two supplements for environmental toxins, we're talking everything, is magnesium and taurine. Taurine is heavily used for detoxification. What's the best supplement for food for muscle growth naturally? D-ribose, creatine, leucine. How do you get rid of oxidation? There's a lot of things, like as I just mentioned. How good is ashwagandha? You have to cycle it or else it can cause adrenal fatigue. Just for fun. Hey, how are you? White or red onions? Red. More intense. White is a little bit sweet. Is lemon good? Yes, they are good. Citrus. I think all this just so interesting. I can learn and talk about it all day. Body is amazing. Oh, it is pretty interesting. At the same time, it's very complex. Same time is like, every person has a different goal, but as well, it depends on the area you live in. Certain things we have to adapt, certain things we have to do. Which is interesting. How much taurine to take? 3,000 milligrams every couple hours. Lemon bad for the teeth? Yeah, you're supposed to actually rinse your teeth after you consume lemon. I agree, and he's so smart. Cheers. Thank you, Mary Jean. Um, the question I asked earlier was about oil pulling. Do you believe it has benefits? I do it 3 times a week. How else I keep my teeth clean? I haven't been to a dentist in 10 years, and I do it about 3 times a week, and I add xylitol as well too. And I did do an ebook I was giving away for free to actually look after the health of your teeth. What do you use for toothpaste, Maurice? Hydroxypatite. I don't. I'm using just uh, coconut oil and xylitol. That's it. And I only cook with MCT oil even. I don't even cook with coconut oil. What do I like? What do you mean, what do I like? Be a little bit more specific, please. Is olive healthy to consume? Olives are healthy to consume, yes. Organic coconut oil is healthy to consume as well, too, yes. Maurice, love your info. When I first bought the Berkeley Life Nitric Oxide, I believed it had a code or something to get your credit. Does it automatically know that as a return customer you get credit? I believe so, David. I'm not sure, but usually you need the code because it is only required as a practitioner to actually purchase it. But definitely, as long as you have the code there, which is it should automatically generate, which is MD2021. That's my practitioner code. Is xylitol easily available? I use coconut oil alone. Xylitol, it is. It's actually with an X, XI, xylitol. It's a type of sugar they actually use, but you mix it with your coconut. Sounds good, David. Thanks so much. I'll check it out. I don't know if it shows me, whether you've purchased or not, but I hope it does put it under my practitioner code, which would be awesome, 100%. Either way, I love the product. I'll continue using it. It's been 10 plus years and I highly believe in it. And so far right now, I've been checking the EPC. I just did a video recently on YouTube talking about EPC, and nitric oxide is capable of actually increasing that, which could be more effective than doing stem cells. How do you get and filter your water out there? By the way, so I have the thing behind me there, as you can see, the stainless steel. It has about 2 different charcoal and other things filtration. I usually drink directly from the creek, but what happened is that filters all the like the dirt and everything, which is good. But in the winter time, before it hits winter, like in the month of August, September, the water becomes so low, and it stays still in certain areas. So I have to be careful of how I drink it, because last time I was drinking it and they could be like eggs of mosquitoes and stuff. So I just have to be careful. But it is what it is. Technically we should not really lose water here, but it could happen. So having the rain, it is amazing. Do you lose muscle when taking GLP-1 meds? I don't have much information on that. I'll have to actually research it. I haven't really did a lot of scientific research to see how much you lose. But yes, anything to do with insulin resistant or insulin sensitivity and weight loss and sorry, my mind went somewhere else. All that stuff will cause muscle loss, because they actually shut off mTOR from activating. Hello, coconut oil good for cholesterol or not? Yes, it is good for cholesterol. You have taken living your best life to the next level. Love that for you. Cheers. Thanks so much. I'm trying to do as much as I could. I know I've been trying to build my tiny house. Look at I have beautiful view here, and I hope, in the next couple days, by the way, after Wednesday, we're gonna have like extreme heat in the high 25. So this way I can finish a lot of things out and outside. We started the skirting around the trailer and a tiny house. I finished all the insulation, and I'm just gonna start to close things up. So I'll be very, very, very good. Looking towards that. Evening, lovely soul. Hey D, how's it going? How do you do oil pulling? Download my free ebook. You can actually check it out. You just put some coconut oil and you just swish it in between your teeth and everything for about 15-20 minutes and spit it out after. Do you need to filter your water in Norway? I'm not sure. I don't live in Norway. Is antidepressant okay to use? Why would you want to use antidepressants? You can actually get off of them, Nadia. Generic fish oil. Icosapent ethyl. I think I've heard of that. Isn't that like a medical or prescription of generic fish oil that's actually infused with soy and other things? I think maybe that's the one I was looking into for one of my customer. I'll have to check. I'll have to check to see. I heard B1 is good for excess sweating. Do you recommend nutritional yeast for it? Not really. You won't get enough. You need benfotiamine mostly, or thiamine. Is your family supportive of you living off grid? Not like you need their approval, just curious. No, nobody likes what I'm doing, to be honest with you, from the family. They want me to be in the city and all that stuff. I'm totally against that. I want to live my life because I want to actually do the things. You know how you always do things for others to actually satisfy others, but you never really do things for yourself? Well, it woke me up 10 years ago when I had an incident, and I think it's time I look after things the way I want to actually live and the way I actually like to actually perform. So I take it day by day, whether, one day I freeze, one day is super hot, one day I could be out of food, one day I have to struggle to actually get certain things. Like even last year, I went 4 days, couldn't go to town or nothing. I struggled. So what I did is, I'm like, let's just pretend I live somewhere where I can't have access to anything. So, my food was getting fish. So I'd go fishing every morning for 2 hours and I capture fish or my dinner and my lunch for the day. So there's things sometimes I like to push myself to the limit to see how much as a human person can we actually thrive, and we can continue pushing ourselves to the limit to see how much we can perform. So never say no to anything. Always say yes and give it a shot. Failure is going to make you who you are today. If you don't fail every single time, you're never going to become successful. And who cares about money? Money comes and goes. It ties you down. The problem is with money, it ties you down to big toys and houses and so many other things. Who cares? Just live simple life and enjoy it. Seriously, at the end of the day, all we have is your health. If your health is gone, you're screwed. So health is very, very important. And if you're going to continue living in the city, and I always say this to everybody, if the city got you to a point where you became so sick, what makes you think you can actually survive the next session? So whatever makes you sick, what makes you think you're going to be able to actually, heal from it? So you have to move somewhere where you can actually think of ways to actually start healing. Even thought is like, I wake up every morning. Today it was like 1 degree, yes, freezing cold. What do? Do I kind of sit and snuggle and wait? No, you have to kind of push yourself to get up and run around in the rain so you can actually warm up. I fantasize about living off grid all the time, but don't know if I could actually do it. I admire you. Maybe one day you could. Maybe one day you can come and visit. And when I have my dry cabin for guests, then you can come and spend a couple days here and see how you like it. See if you can actually do it. I'll leave you alone. I'll say, here you go. Here's a little tiny house. You're here for about a week or 2 weeks. Make the best out of it. Think how you can actually gonna make food, how you're gonna hunt, how you're gonna fish, how you're gonna drink water. You do all that stuff. There you go. Do you have Cash App for donations? I don't have Cash Apps because here in Canada, we don't have access to Cash Apps. So the only thing is we have for donation, like PayPal or any support you guys throw in my way. It does actually help me quite a bit, which is really, really appreciate that. At the end of your life, memories is what will be the most important. No accomplishment or possessions. 100%. 100%. I agree with that. 100%. At the end of my time, I just want to be able to still stand on my feet and actually still do things till the last minute. I don't want to be like a vegetable where I'm sitting and somebody's looking after me for the next 10, 15 years. I want to keep pushing myself to the last second. It probably drive you nuts asking you 100 questions. That's all right. Just grab a pen and paper and start writing things down. Okay, I have PayPal account. I'll be sure to find yours. I'm loving what you're trying to achieve. Thanks so much, Sosa. I really appreciate your comment and your support as well. So what can I use for perimenopause depression moods? Start with taking L-theanine and throw your antidepressant pills away. Seriously. Is walking in grass barefoot good? That's how you ground your body. And I highly recommend everybody to do it. Even thought for like 10 minutes a day is ideal. Or you can get what I have as well. I step outside and I sleep on a grounded sheet, bed sheet that was given to me as a gift. And imagine sleeping on a grounded sheet for 6 hours. You're always gonna wake up recovered. Just curious, how old are you? How old do you think? I'll give you like a full 3D view of my face. uh, I just bought acetyl L-carnitine and I was wondering if I got the right type for fat loss. Yes, acetyl L-carnitine is going to help with weight loss and is going to help with actually pins and needle, like if you have issues with neuropathy. Which religion are you from? Christian. I wanna come live with you. Sounds good. Sounds good. You're more than welcome. Once I have my dry cabin, by all means, if you guys want to come down and visit, start booking a week in advance. Like my plan, as soon as I'm done here, if I have enough money left, then I'm gonna build like a small dry cabin for people to come down and visit. Guessing early 40s only because I am. Yes, I am in my early 40s. But I stopped counting when I hit like a 23, I think, or 22. I stopped counting because age is just a number, and all it does is just reminds you, hey, you're 1 year older. But I stopped counting, so technically, I'm still stuck in my early 20s. I love this lifestyle you live in. My dream. Bless you. Cheers, D. Hey, you like I said, you guys, everybody can do that. Everybody can live that, and I'm gonna give the opportunity for everyone to visit. I know sometimes it's tough, but. So you are very young. What is the difference between acetyl and the other types of L-carnitine, and do they help fat loss? Acetyl L-carnitine is going to be more bioavailable than L-carnitine by itself, but yeah, there is different forms. It's the same thing what they do with magnesium. There's like 9 different forms of magnesium. Same thing with carnitine. There's one specifically for heart, specifically for mitochondria, specific for brain, specific for weight loss. But the acetyl one, that is good for the brain and weight loss. But as well, once you're taking the acetylcarnitine, it doesn't mean that you gotta take a small amount. Like we're talking in the upper 3,000 to 5,000 milligrams daily. Are you single? I could be single. I'm living off the grid. Obviously, nobody wants to live with me. So obviously, that's my answer. Wild yam cream for hormones balance. What do you think? Yes, you could use that, 100%. Can you please check out Medical Medium? Yes, I will. I have, and I've been extremely busy that I haven't had a chance to kind of go through everything. How I can HDL down? How can you reduce your HDL? Why? Am I single, ready to mingle? Medical Medium, amazing. It is. Ambrose, I've been there. I haven't had a chance to actually look it up. Okay, man, at least it's in your radar. Love you, man. Cheers. Yeah, no worries. I have the website saved and everything. I'm gonna check it out. I promise. Guess in early 40 because I am. Sounds good. Maurice, you need an off-grid dating show. Yeah, there you no kidding, eh? we should look into that. Which grounding sheets do you recommend? I'm new to this. So the one I'm using, I did put a link on my profile website, so definitely check it out. But that's the one I've been using for the past 8 weeks. It was given to me by the company to test it out. And that's the only reason I actually drink coffee before I sleep, because every time I drink coffee, I get like restless sleep. I'm exhausted and tired. And seriously, the moment I actually sleep on the sheet, I wake up freaking fully rested. So it's pretty interesting. Very interesting, seriously. I'll be the first Constanza D. Sounds good. Is Lebanon naan bread healthy? No, it's not. I've been prescribed vitamin D 50,000 IU a week. Do you think there is an alternative apart from going outside, obviously? Well, you do get vitamin D from fish, from egg yolks, but not nearly enough. It depends how deficient you are. Sometimes you might have to take such a high dose so you can actually prevent that deficiency. Then after that, if you do get enough from food, you can maintain it. Bread in America isn't even bread anymore. It's just chemicals. 100%. It's one of the most sprayed crop, guys. You guys got to be careful. I would never touch any of that stuff. But yeah, for going back to the vitamin D3, I would actually continue using that, but 50,000 IU is not enough. It depends how depleted you are. Technically, I'd like to give anywhere between 1,000 to 1,500 IU of vitamin D3 per 25 pound of body weight. Once we achieve the numbers you're looking for, then we kind of get off of it and we do a test based on the food you consume, because you're only going to get vitamin D from certain foods only if they're not overcooked, because it's very sensitive. How about one slice of sourdough bread? One slice a day or one slice a week? L-theanine and high blood pressure medication, is it recommended? You can take L-theanine, and you don't have to take high blood pressure medications. I can get you weaned off, but L-theanine is not going to do the job to get you weaned off. Oh shoot, the phone is almost going to die. Is Turkish yogurt unhealthy? I don't know what's Turkish yogurt. What's the difference between that? I like kefir. I think kefir is more of a Russian fermented yogurt, and I like it because it has the highest levels of probiotics in it. I have D3 with K2. D3 with K2 is good. Just make sure you're getting anywhere between 1,000 to 1,500 IU per 25 pound of body weight. If you're not, you're never going to actually saturate correctly with vitamin D. The grounding sheet in your bio, yes, it is. It is, Kathy. That's the one I've been using and sleeping on it every single day. Palestine, cheers. Thank you for the cream cone. I am 9 stones well, thank you. I will ask for another blood test. I will also up my fish intake as I didn't eat eggs. So eggs would have it. I'm just trying to kind of think. Eggs would have it. Fish will have it. I'm just trying to kind of think what else would actually contain the highest levels of vitamin D. Not a lot of foods actually contain that much, other than the egg yolk is the highest. And wild salmon would have some. Sable fish have some as well. These are like your most bioavailable forms. And I'll have to convert the stones to proper numbers just so I can get an idea where you're at. But it depends how deficient you are. We just have to kind of do adjustments. So if you're taking, let's say, 1,000 IU per 25 pound of body weight, you have to do the calculation. Make sure, whether it comes close to a 50,000 IU a week or not, around 138. So roughly, you need roughly about 8,000, give or take, of 8 to 9,000 of vitamin D a day. So if you go like 8 times 7, or let's say 10 times, so you could use up to like 70,000 IU per week. Kefir yogurt gives me bloating. The only reason it's giving you a bloating is because probably it hasn't really sat properly in room temperature, so the lactose gets consumed by the probiotic. So 5,700 IU vitamin D, 115 micrograms K2, and that sounds not bad. That sounds not bad. I like that it has the MSM in it. What helps for no libido? You have no libido. It could be your testosterone, your estrogen, could be all over the place. You could be estrogen dominant. Look who decided to show up. Duke is here. Hey, Duke, where are you hiding? You're all wet. A day, so that's really isn't enough. Thank you so much. Yeah, you need at least 1,000 to 1,500 IU per 25 pound of body weight. Duke, say hello. You just woke up? Look, the rain is almost down. There's Big Duke. He wants to go probably outside and play. You want to go outside and play, bud? So I take 10,000 IU a day of vitamin D3. There goes Duke. He's in a tiny house. I forgot that the door is open. Come here, bud. Come. We'll go outside in a bit. We'll go play. Hey, Maurice. I got bad news today. My dad had a massive heart attack. They said it was 100% blockage. Oh, wow, Jimmy. I hope everything is okay. I hope your dad is... what's going on? Is he okay? Had no previous signs or symptoms, bro. Is he still in the hospital or everything is well? Hi Maurice, how do I know I have too much D3 K2 in my body? You get a test done. K2 doesn't really, it's irrelevant to check. It's mostly your vitamin D to make sure you don't have too much calcium. He's recovering in the ICU in the Royal Alex. Okay, so they end up probably putting a stent. What's the best time for one-to-one consult? Please check my schedule for a one-on-one consultation. My calendar is open, guys. Check my calendar. Based on your schedule, you can actually see what I have for opening. Duke, the rain has stopped, finally. Hold on, let me turn off the lights in here. Any good cholesterol low? How increase? We need some sun, Duke, so everything dries up. It's freaking wet. Hold on, don't rip it, please. They remove the blockage with the angio, and they put a stent. So they actually went in there and they put a stent. Did they go through his wrist or through the arm, through his leg? I can't get to your website. Leona, if you click on my picture profile, it's gonna take you to my main page. On the main page, there's a website, so you can click on it. If you're not able to find it, send me a message. I can send you the link, no problem. I'm hoping you do consulting via video call. I'm in the UK, but would love to use your service. Ironically, I work in private healthcare. Yeah, you can definitely. All my calls are either a live call, for example, like a call on a phone, or it could be video if it's internationally. 100%, yes. They went through his wrist and his leg because it was emergency. He flatlined twice and had to be revived. Wow. Wow. I hope everything is okay, and probably when is he released from the hospital? Is taking collagen good or a waste of money? It is a waste of money unless you're getting type 1 and type 3. I have a sharp pain in my right side kidney and it's extended to lower part of my stomach and bloated. I don't see the link to the grounding blanket. Can someone put a link in case I don't see it? David, if you don't see it, send me a message. I can send you the link. But if you go to my main website and you click on supplements and gear, I have the link there. If you can't find it, let me know. I'll send it to you. You have to click on your face again on the next page to get to the website. You do consultations? I do, yes, D. They said he can be home in 3 days. He only 62 years old, non-smoker, healthy body weight. 3 days is not bad. They had to they kept me in the hospital for 5 days when I had the issue. That's good. I'm glad he'll be fine, and definitely they're gonna give him about 12 different medications, and I'll definitely help you with that. Okay, I'll message you. Yeah, send me a message, D. Then we can definitely go from there, 100%. And David Lopez, if you can't find it, let me know. I'm still trying to kind of figure things out and how YouTube works for the website. They said he can't walk for 5 days. He's on blood thinners. Yeah, they do that to every person, Jimmy. So you're not supposed to walk for 5 days. You can't lift anything above your shoulder for 3 months. But you know, I hope that the heart did not really get much damage. And if it did get any damage, we can revive the heart with some D-ribose and creatine by increasing the mitochondria levels. That's how he can recover faster. Found it? Okay, perfect. Sounds good. But yeah, keep me up to date, Jimmy. I know I haven't seen you for a couple days. For 2 days, I think it's been. It's kind of curious. But yeah, keep me updated. Let me know how things are going. Go to your YouTube page, click the more icon after the writing and website is listed. Okay, perfect. Thanks so much, Sosa, for putting that out there. Are you a medical doctor? A medical doctor will never talk about clinic nutrition items, herbs, supplements, anything like that. So no, I'm not a medical doctor. I did actually look into it and practice into it. I'm a clinician, a clinical nutritionist. Is taking HRT safe? Are you talking about hormone replacement? Before you want to do hormone replacement, it is good to actually check some of your hormone levels to make sure you're not estrogen dominant. Duke wants to go play in the water. It's freaking muddy. Duke, you're not going into the water. No. You're not gonna play in the water. If you are, I'm gonna keep you in a tiny house till you're fully dry. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Not synthetic, natural. Not synthetic, natural. What were we talking about? Is that in regards to the hormone replacement therapy? I was devastated when I got the news. They said the removal, the blockage completely. How can they remove the? I don't understand how they remove the blockage completely, because it doesn't actually it doesn't exist. They can actually put a stent and stretch it. So if the artery is like squished, they put a stent in there and they stretch it up. But they cannot just scrape off a plaque or anything like that. There's no such thing. So something does not make sense unless they have a new technology that they haven't been sharing with everybody. I'm just curious, Jimmy. That's all it is. We'd definitely like to look at the report, but they cannot just remove a plaque or calcification. They said it was a soft mass or something. Even a soft mass, but that's nothing to do inside the artery. That's on the outside level. Oh my God, look at those views. Very blessed. We're getting there. That's interesting, Jimmy. Let me know. I have no idea. I feel like I'm in the dark. Hard to get answers out of them. If Jimmy, I'll tell you what, if you're able to get the report from the doctor that they gave to your father, send them my way by email. I can always analyze the whole thing just to kind of see what they've done exactly, and I can actually break it down for you in a simple form, just so you guys can be able, you can be able to understand it, you and your family, just to kind of know exactly what they've done and how they actually, because they cannot just go in there and scrape it off. There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. But this way I can give you like a better understanding of what's happening, because the doctors, they actually leave everybody in the dark. They never really share information, because I'll bet you they have no clue what's going on. Go to, hi Maurice. Hey Marie. Hey guys, I know that we have a lot of people came in right now, and I'm probably down to like 4% left on my phone. So definitely can't stay very long anymore. I know we've answered a lot of questions, and some of you guys, if you're able to book an appointment, please do that, because you'll actually support my channel quite a bit. And we can continue making these lives. How you make your living, Maurice, on social media consultation? Well, D, that's the only way I can do it, is by consultations and my ebooks that I write. That's how I actually try to make my living, to be honest with you. I don't work anymore because since COVID, issues did not go very well. I did have an IT job that didn't go very well either. They laid off a lot of people, so the only option I have is pretty much to take my clinical nutritionist to the next level, and that's what I've been doing. And pretty much my aim to this is I don't leave anybody hanging, so I kind of pretty much want to help each one of you guys, and I want to make sure that every person is actually looked after 110%, and they're actually healed, because everything is we can fix everything. We don't need pharmaceutical to actually fix anything. We can fix everything with natural foods and supplementation and certain adjustments back to nature. What we've been given for free, we don't actually utilize it correctly, and just by doing that, we can actually utilize a lot more. I appreciate you giving us your time, and I will be sure to support. Have subscribed also. Stay safe. Thank you. Thanks so much for that, Sosa, and you guys. We'll definitely continue this again, probably by tomorrow. And I know I've answered a lot of questions, and whoever missed the question, guys, because for the past hour and a half, we probably covered more than 200 questions. You guys go to my YouTube channel. Your support would be great. Just watching the video again, listening to the Q&A would be amazing. And before my battery dies, less than 4%, I have to plug it in. You guys have an amazing day, and we'll definitely touch base and check out this beautiful view. So in the next day or two, we're gonna have some sun finally. So it'll be amazing. Cheers, guys. And we'll chat soon.